Hi! Good evening. Ayan, evening na naman ako ulit ngayon. So, did anyone else panic when Facebook was down last night? I was up really late, tapos inabutan ko siya na walang Facebook. I thought it was my internet connection. Um, And then I transferred to my laptop. It still wasn't working. I used my mobile data. So it wasn't, when I was going to other websites, it was okay. It was only Facebook, Instagram that weren't working, even WhatsApp. Coincidentally, I was following up on my classmates on all of those three platforms last night kasi UK based sila. And I couldn't reach them. So eventually, I thought, okay, I'll look it up on Google. There was nothing on Google. So after a while, nag-release yung, I think it was The Guardian who said that all those three platforms are down. That's why I thought it would be good to talk to you tonight about contacts list management. Okay, kasi a lot of businesses that you will encounter, if their businesses are purely digital, then um, there's a chance that they contact their customers through social media. All right. So, if the Facebook outage, ganyan, kung hindi yan naka-recover, they would have lost all their customers if their email addresses and other contact information were not saved somewhere else. So, it's very important that when you're capturing leads, if someone reaches out to your client's business through a social media platform, it's always best to also ask for their email address and their mobile number, kung papayag sila sa mobile number. Because you will never know when Facebook will change its rules. If you have if your client, for example, if you're an online community manager, if your job is to manage the Facebook group community, if, for example, you have 300, 1,000 people on there, and then Facebook suddenly says, okay, we're going to start charging you for monetizing your groups. So now the business owners will have no choice but to transfer all their people from there. Or worse, if they're suddenly locked in and you cannot access them until you pay, then all that hard work that your client did to grow their audience will go to waste. So it's always best to capture the email address and contact number of the prospective and current clients of your clients. And because it will be difficult for them to communicate kung if they will only rely on social media. How about you? What were your realizations when that happened? For me, it was a shocker because um, I know a lot of my business contacts are in my contacts list, all their email addresses. Some I also have their mobile numbers, but because I keep in touch with my sisters, with my closest cousins, and some friends through Facebook, I do not have their email addresses. I have my sister's email addresses, their mobile numbers, but as for my cousins, my classmates from high school, I have no way of contacting them if there's no messenger. So that's the sad thing. That's why last night I thought, okay, I have to do something to at least get the email address and mobile number of the people that I value, that I treasure, so that in case something happens with social media, I can still connect with them if there's an emergency and things like that. So that's a takeaway for today. It's the importance of updating uh, the database. Another source of contact information would be calling cards. Um, your if your client is constantly going to face-to-face meetings and they're given calling cards, you can ask your client to take a snapshot of that, and then you'll be the one to enter it manually in his or her address book, online address book. Okay, that way, everyone that your client meets in person, will have their contact details stored in his contact list. It's much better if his contact list on the computer or online is synced with his mobile phone contact list, just like in Apple. Okay, so if you have an iCloud account, whatever contact details you save on your phone, that's on iCloud will be saved also to your on your computer if you access it on your computer. It's the same thing with Outlook if your client is using Outlook. So if your client has new contacts, for example, important suppliers or customers, um, don't ignore the contacts function of the email platform, whether it's Google or Outlook or mail. Make sure that you utilize the contact. So if there's a new contact there, for example, a consultant that provides services to your client, add that as a new contact. Okay, it will take less than 1 minute, just so that if the need arises, and then put a note there. Why do we need this person to be in our address, in our address book? For example, this person provides us with leadership skills, or this person provided maintenance for our equipment, or this person, your client met this person in a training in the Middle East in 2015 or something like that. So put a note so that if your client can't remember the name, he can at least use keywords to look for that person. Okay. I see a pair of eyeballs. Good evening. I'm so glad that you're able to catch me here. So it's contacts for a lot of people. Um, it's a wealth. It's a wealth for businesses. That's why it's up to us assistants to make sure that the contact lists are up to date. Okay, I will leave you with that. And for those who responded to my survey, hi Regina, good evening. To my survey, whether you'd be interested in a course about VA preparedness, thank you for responding. Hi. Yeah, and because it's I'm thinking of running that November, October or November, because I noticed that a lot of you are not sure whether you're ready to take on a VA role or not. So I have in mind some checklists and guides that I'll prepare, um, so that we will go through them in a just a 90-minute workshop. Okay, that's focused, very focused. I'm thinking we'll limit it to just 15 seats during the first run. So if you're interested in that course, or if you know anyone who'd be interested in something like that, uh, um, either a person who has been taking trainings in virtual assistants, or someone who is ready to take the plunge but is just, still on the fence, um, please let them know about, invite them to the group so that if there are updates about the course, then they'll know when it's happening and things like that. So if you're interested, please respond here on the comment about the mini workshop, and then you can also respond to my question in the post that I did this morning. So that's that. Thank you so much. Good evening, Regina. I'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully earlier. And then I hope that I'm glad that Facebook was restored actually. It made me realize a lot of things. So take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.